All right, good evening, YouTube. All right, I read the first four chapters here of the Tao Te Ching. Okay, I just finished today Confucianism, which still has elements of Taoism. Okay, but you just found one main difference. All right, I encourage you to go take a look at Confucianism, my first video, part one. And then part two, the premiere is going to be on, I believe I set it for Sunday at maybe 5:15, okay? Hit that notification bell. I want to thank all of those who have subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. I thank you for those who view the content. Appreciate it. Those who are able to, watch the whole video, even though I'm doing reading and explaining at the same time. I know it's not, maybe the most exciting material to some people. It's exciting to me. I love it. All right. But nevertheless, I thank you. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. All right. All right. Check out my website, kenyattasintuition.com. Also, you can contact me at kenyattasintuition@yahoo.com. Let's get into this chapter 5. Heaven and earth are impartial. They treat all of creation as straw dogs. The master doesn't take sides. She treats everyone like a straw dog. The space between heaven and earth is like a bellows. It is empty, yet has not lost its power. The more it is used, the more it produces. The more you talk of it, the less you comprehend. It is better not to speak of things you do not understand. Okay, so remember when in Taoism we talked about the Tao, okay? From the Tao, all things originate, okay? All things are manifestations of the Tao, but however, remember, the Tao does not care about human beings, okay? Doesn't dislike them, doesn't like them, okay? So heaven and earth are impartial. They treat all of creation, the same, as straw dogs, okay? Doesn't like them, doesn't dislike them. Just a manifestation of it. The master doesn't take sides. She treats everyone just as heaven and earth, just as impartial. Okay? The space between heaven and earth is like a bellows. It is empty. Okay? Yet has not lost its power. Okay? Where is the dividing line between heaven and earth? Okay? It's empty, but it's powerful. Okay. The more it's used, the more it produces. The more you talk of it, the less you comprehend. It is the Tao, okay? The Tao that can be spoken of is not the Tao. It is not the eternal Tao. Okay? If you can define it, it is not the Tao, all right? It is better not to speak of things you do not understand. All right, let's move on here to chapter 6. The spirit of emptiness is immortal. It is called the Great Mother because it gives birth to heaven and earth. It is like a vapor, barely seen but always present. Use it effortlessly, all right? The spirit of emptiness is immortal. Remember, the Tao, what? The Tao, again, which from all things come, all things manifest from the Tao. But the Tao is formless. It has no form. It has no personality. It is called the Great Mother. Why? Because it gives birth to heaven and earth. The Tao, all things are manifestations of the Tao, even heaven and earth. It is like a vapor. It is formless, remember, barely seen, but it is always present. I went over 5 images that the Tao can be experienced in: woman, valley, child, water, and darkness. Barely seen, but it's always present. Those are some, images that the Tao can be experienced in. It's barely seen, yet it's always present. Those 5 things are always present. Use it effortlessly. Remember, Wu Wei, the spirit of effortlessness. Do what is natural to you. Okay, the Tao is the way, the path. It is the way things move. Okay, it is the force of nature. It is what makes nature move the way that it does. That is why it is the way. All right. Chapter 7. The Tao of heaven is eternal, and the earth is long enduring. Why are they long enduring? They do not live for themselves. Thus, they are present for all beings. The master puts herself last and finds herself in the place of authority. She detaches herself from all things, therefore she is united with all things. She gives no thought to self. She is perfectly fulfilled, okay? The Tao of heaven is eternal. the Tao is eternal, okay? The earth is long enduring. I don't know if y'all listened to that video where I said, what were you taught, 50 states or 52 states? And I shared some of these things that people remember from this another time period, another time and space, whatever, this Mandela effect. And I spoke about how that scripture that I read with my own eyes, it said the earth has always been and it will always be. The earth is long enduring, okay? Why are they long enduring? Why is the earth long enduring? Because it doesn't live for itself. Okay, it brings forth, okay, for all beings that reside on it, nature. Thus, they are present for all things. They do not live for themselves. They are present for all things. The master puts herself last, and in putting herself last, guess what? She is the authority. Like, people like to call themselves kings, queens, all this type of thing. These leadership roles, they serve. They're last. Yet they are the authority, all right? She detaches herself from all things, and in detaching herself from all things, she is united with all things. Remember, in these Eastern religions that I have gone over, okay, cut off the desire in order to experience the oneness, okay, with the Tao, or the oneness with, whatever the deity might be, or the enlightenment. How do you get to this place of enlightenment in Buddhism? Cut off all desire. Okay, so she detaches herself from all things. In desire comes attachment. Detach. Therefore, you can experience oneness. Yoga, that we find in Hinduism, oneness. Okay, with the divine. All right. She gives no thoughts to self. She is perfectly fulfilled. Okay, but not thinking about herself, all right? Not doing for herself, not living just for herself, all right? Which we do find that element in Confucianism. All right, chapter 8, the supreme good is like water, which benefits all of creation. Without trying to compete with it, it gathers in unpopular places. Thus, it is like the Tao. The location makes the dwelling good. Depth of understanding makes the mind good. A kind heart makes the giving good. Integrity makes the government good. Accomplishments makes your labors good. Proper timing makes a decision good. Only when there is no competition will we all live in peace. Okay, the supreme good is like water, one of the elements in which we can experience the Tao, which this is the same thing as what we read in the text, okay? The textbook. It benefits all of creation. The Tao benefits all of creation because all of creation is manifestation of the Tao. Yet water doesn't try to compete with it. Remember, it just kind of goes around it. It doesn't compete with it. It just flows around it, okay? It gathers in unpopular places. Thus, it is like the Tao. One of the images in which the Tao can be experienced. Water. The location makes the dwelling good. Depth of understanding makes the mind good. In all thy getting, what? Get an understanding. We find that in the scriptures, okay? A kind heart makes the giving good, okay? Integrity, okay? And you know how they tell you, give, with, what do they used to tell us in church? I think it's a scripture too, give, in other words, with a pleasing heart, okay? A kind heart. It makes the giving good. So when you give, from this spirit of kindness, of joy and whatnot, it makes the giving good, okay? And don't think that just because you give that it's good, okay? What's the intention? What's the spirit of it? A kind heart makes the giving good. Integrity makes the government good. Accomplishments makes your labor good, okay? We labor, but we want an accomplishment out of that labor, so it makes it good. Proper timing makes a decision good. Remember that. Proper timing. Timing. We want things when we want them right now, right away. How come I have to wait and we try to force it? No. Proper timing makes a decision good when it is time. And you live in that confidence when it is time. Not forcing it. And the timing be off. Therefore, not making it good because the timing ain't proper. Only when there is no competition, just like water, not competing with anything, where we all live in peace. All right, the Tao Te Ching. Okay, we'll do 4 more next time I come with Job. All right, y'all be blessed. Peace.